Hello lovely friends, here's a sneak peek of today's huge rainbow flow. This is acrylic pouring with rainbow colours today, so if you're interested in that, stay along for the ride. This was such a beast of a challenge and commission, but I was so very honoured to be doing this today. Welcome to my channel and thank you for being here today. And thank you to my subscribers, all of you, and my lovely members, Linda, Jill and Silver Dove. So today is another Talent Tuesday with my lovely friend Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy. I do whatever we fancy. And today I've gone crazy with this huge rainbow pour. So it's acrylic pouring with rainbow colours today. And here are all the colours, almost every single colour of the rainbow there. So this is a commission for a very lovely lady who lives quite locally to me, and she set me the challenge of giving me this huge canvas idea to fit in a space in her home. And so I went about researching, and this size canvas was not easily available, so I ended up researching it a bit more, and I found a guy who makes really solid, fantastic canvases in deep edge. And they're so solid, and I find the deep edge frames just the most solid canvases you can get, especially for fluid art, because you've got that weight, that extra weight on the canvas. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I've already masked it up and I've put the stretchers in the side of the canvas so it's nice and taut, and you can tell when your canvas is taut enough by the sound that it makes. It makes like a drum sound. And then I've just primed the edges with white, so it's all ready to go, and I left that there for the day. And now I'm pouring the base paint. Oh my goodness, 3 litres of paint, and I'm so glad that I've discovered this really smooth white acrylic paint to lay down as my base paint. It's one of those paints that's become my most reliable really paints just to use, the black and the white. So if you ever go down to the works, and if you're in the UK, go and get yourself some white and some black paint. It's amazing. Look at that flow as it's falling off now. So you might have seen that before, when I was prepping it, and now how it looks. I've basically stripped the whole table back. So one problem I was having, which is the most essential thing, especially with a huge canvas, is to get it level, and to leave it overnight, to make sure that it really settles and is level. So I tried tilting the canvas and it worked really well, but I wanted an even spread. And what I'm doing here is I'm making sure, using my hand, that I'm getting, because it's so nice and flowing, the paint, it's really nice and fluid, and it's settling and leveling really quickly, but I've got to act really fast at this point. So I'm using my hand with my glove, because it's got pouring medium in it, and that's, even though it's non-toxic, I don't like to get my hands on that paint. And I've spread it from the middle out all the way. So there's slightly more on the edge, and you can see that every single edge is completely covered. And that's another thing when you're finishing, especially with the big canvas, at the end you go round and you make sure that all the drips have gone, and you come back. I'll show you that towards the end. So I'm laying the paint still now, the most exciting part, and I tried this out 4 times before, and you may have seen the video last week from those 4 different tries to get an idea of what this lovely lady really wanted with her commission. It was a really big thing for her, and she wanted to bring colour and light into her house, and she wanted a white base. And by this stage I'm actually really loving using a white base. So thank you so much for the challenge, Sharon. I really appreciate it. And yeah, you're a superstar, and you were very patient with me as well. So let's look at the layering. Now, when I tried it out with my other 4 canvases, I tried the layering in different ways, using the same colours but different quantities and in different ways, and less of the darker colour. Because even though it doesn't look that dark, when you blend too many dark colours together with these lovely vibrant colours, it really does leave it too dark, because the darker colours become more bossy. Now all of these paints here are mostly opaque. I think there's one colour that might be slightly transparent. When you're using a white canvas, you really need to have a really bold presence of the other colours, and that was another challenge with the white base. You can do it quite easily on a dark base, that's what I found. but also a dark base would show these colours up as even more depth, but in a different way. But this is bringing more light in, so I absolutely love this colour combination on a white base. And this white is true titanium white. It's not called titanium white because it's quite a basic paint, but it is titanium white, and I find the quality of it and the flow of it better than any other paint that I've used. So I'm so glad to have found that months ago now and use it continuously in all of my work. And I tend to, when I want reliable paints, use this Crawford and Black white or black base with the Pebeo paints, and only Pebeo paints together, because once you start mixing any other colour from any other paint, unless you've used it continuously together and you know it works together well, you know, you don't want to risk, you know, not knowing your paints, if you like, apart from one colour, I must admit. Actually, I just forgot. So it was the other colour that I use, almost like a Pebeo paint, which has a different consistency and needs slightly different treatment, in that it needs a little bit more pouring medium than water, is Arteza Bordeaux Red. But I use it all the time and I absolutely love it. So you can see the layering. Oh my goodness, I made a note of how I'd layered it, and I was really happy with the layering, and I made the mistake of writing it in my diary that I use. I still have a handwritten diary that I use. I love the fact that you can just open up a book and write in it and then close it at the end of the day, and it's got all the stuff that you need in it. Anyway, so I wrote down the whole list of all the colours in the order. I took it into the art room and it got completely covered. I should have taken a picture and shown you. Oh my goodness. And the whole front of the diary completely covered in paint. I did get it off, but I can now look at my diary and see slightly ripped pages with different colours, rainbow colours all over my diary. So it's quite a cool memory. So I hope you're enjoying this and the layering of these colours. And what I'm going to do in a moment, now I've finished all the colours, is I'm going to get the base paint and I'm laying it quite thickly in proportion to the size of the canvas around the paint. So I'm going quite slowly. This is a little bit sped up, but you want to go slowly so you get the nice amount of paint, so that the flow of the other colours will be really consistent and beautiful as I go around. So I'm just doing that all the way around the paint, and you can see there's a good couple of inches there. Now this canvas is 1500 millimeters by 700 millimeters. It's huge. It's bigger than me. I'm a head taller than it, but it's bigger than me, and it's really heavy to pick up and tilt. But I found a way to do it, and I practiced with it without any paint on. It's really, really, really interesting. I didn't rush any part of this commission, because even though I felt like I wanted to get it done for this lady, I knew that on certain days when I had other work and other things going on, if I'd attempted the pour, it would not have been my best pour, and I didn't want that. So she's been so patient, and I'm just now waiting for it to dry. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm using the hairdryer and I'm angling it, so I'm going right from where the colour is down and out. And you can see all my previous videos, I use a very similar way of doing it, and I use the hairdryer at a certain angle, so you're not directly going into the paint, you are going at an angle, probably about 35 degrees, something like that, and making sure that you can sort of almost duck down a bit and see where the paint is excessive, and where the paint will easily flow into the other colours. It's quite a risk each time you blow out, because you don't know how the blend's going to be and whether the colour's going to be muddying. But I had tried so many different colour combinations, and I'd left the greens and oranges away from each other, and so the darker colours that I created on certain parts of it actually look quite nice, because they've got some gold in them, and they've got a little bit of red or blue flowing throughout, because of the colours that she liked the most were aqua colours, and she quite liked a bit of the red but not too much. And so I'm going to leave you with this now while I just continue blowing out, and I'm going to come back towards the end and show you the result of the wet and dried version, or semi-dried version because it's still drying. I'll give you a few little hints and tips.
When you find what you've been searching for, I'll be by your side and walk you down into your forever. I'll be there for you. Every fall and every rise, every wrong and every right. I'll be there for you.
So here it is, the last couple of blows, and this acrylic pouring canvas, this huge commission, which was quite a beast and a challenge, and I absolutely loved it. This is the result of it now and how it turned out. I'm just using my palette knife at the end to define the edges, going very lightly into the white and dragging it through for a little bit of definition on the outside. So what do you think now I've finished? Do you like the rainbow colours in this acrylic pouring? Do you like the technique? What would you do differently? What colours would you like to see? Do let me know in the comments below all of your thoughts. I love hearing from you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if there's anything you'd like to know, please do let me know. Someone asked in my last video how many of the colours were opaque, so I've added that in today. All the colours were opaque, other than one of the blues that can be slightly transparent. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Let me know what you're doing. Let's go over to Kim's channel now, my wonderful friend Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy. Let's see what she's created. Her link for her video is in my description and my comment section below. Keep shining, and don't forget that your art is a piece of you. I appreciate you all so much. Have a great day. Take care now. Hope to see you soon. Bye.